the grizzly bear and the gray wolf. Two of the most powerful predators in the Great Wild West are demonstrating a unique association. In today's video, we're going to look at the interactions between the wolves and grizzlies. First of all, you might have a question in your mind. Which one is powerful, a grizzly bear or a wolf? Let me help you with your curiosity. Actually, a lone wolf stands no chance against a grizzly bear. As you know, grizzlies are insanely strong. In a real encounter, a wolf wouldn't even dare going near a grizzly bear unless it's too hungry and needs to steal from other predators. Are you thinking like, is a grizzly bear really that strong? Let me give you this question's answer and help you in understanding a grizzly's power. There was a case of a bear decapitating a moose. This case was reported in Alaska in 1895 by a Russian miner. According to his account, he witnessed a moose drinking from a stream. Moose are especially known to attack anything they perceive to be a threat to their water source. They're like, "Get away from my water, boy!" The moose charged full speed across the stream, and just as it neared the bear stood up and with a quick motion swiped the moose in the side of the face. The moose's head became decapitated and flew a distance of 15 to 20 feet. Oh my God! I can't believe what I've just told you. Facts about grizzlies. Grizzlies are amazing diggers. They can dig a den big enough in which to overwinter in about an hour. Grizzly bears may intake up to 90 pounds of food each day. That's like 360 quarter pounders from McDonald's. Whoa! Of course, quarter pounders are the last thing we want grizzlies to eat. And for that matter, how about we just stop putting fast food chains anywhere near grizzly habitat? They're good swimmers and fast runners, reaching speeds as high as 50 kilometers per hour over land. Young grizzlies also have the ability to climb trees to evade danger, but this skill fades as they become bigger. Grizzlies are huge, incredibly tough predators with massive claws and very high bite strength. They're acclimatized to hunting alone and surviving alone. Have you ever seen or heard about what can a grizzly bear do to a human? I'm hearing that you're saying no. Do you want to see it? Yes? But I can't show you these because of the YouTube policies. Don't be mad at me. Wolves are much smaller, faster, weaker, haven't much claw at all comparatively. Still, grizzlies generally don't fight other predators unless they have to, but if they do, they definitely win. A wolf is not even a good enough opponent for any species of bear. Wolves are pack animals. They also use their numbers to fend off enemies. Wolves in a pack are incredible hunters, but would still need to be quite desperate to attack a grizzly. But actually, the wolves avoid attacking a grizzly. Maybe a pack could if they had to, but it's not worth it. A black bear could kill 5 of them, a grizzly might kill 10, and a polar bear might kill 15. You know, it's a lot. Losing that many members of your pack for just a week's worth of food is not a sustainable formula. There's no reason for a wolf pack to fight with a bear. Unless, of course, wolves are hunting its cub. Facts about wolves. Despite being apex predators, there are animals that eat wolves. These include grizzly bears, polar bears, Siberian tigers, scavengers, and of course, humans. Although very rare, sometimes a wolf might eat another wolf too. Perhaps the most well-known characteristic of the gray wolf is its penetrating, hauntingly beautiful howl. This is a primary communication tool, both between lone wolves and their pack, as well as between packs. When it comes to territory, inter-pack howling will determine the size and strength of different pack, often determining whether or not to attack or retreat. So, we talked about their power against each other, and we gave some facts about them. And now let's look at the interactions between them. Grizzly bears and wolves. They've lived side by side for eons. Wolves and bears are very familiar with each other. They have over thousands of years developed understandings of each other, and also hatred or anger towards each other. Grizzlies and wolves usually tend to avoid each other. Wolves will piss a bear off by trying to snitch food from it. There's one thing that you need to know. Never try to snitch food from a bear. Unless you want to get killed between strong paws. Nearly all bear-wolf conflicts are fights over a deer or elk or moose, etc. carcass. If the wolves don't mess with the bear's meal, they usually don't, and they shouldn't too. The bear generally ignores them, unless the wolves have a yummy carcass and the bear is hungry, in which case the bear might be tempted to muscle in on the wolves' lunch. As you can see, they don't mess up with each other a lot. But of course, there is some cases that the bears and wolves fight or deal with each other. Let me talk about a case that happened in 1981. A wolf pack in Alaska was observed keeping a sow brown bear with yearlings at bay, and eventually driving them away from the den site.
Get out of here, this is our territory.
The same pack was also observed driving a large male brown bear away from the den site. These bears were attracted by a recent wolf kill and ventured too close to the wolf den. So we can understand that the bears care about food and they can fight and even die for it. But the wolves care about their den and they can drive a grizzly away fearlessly. In places where grizzlies and wolves coexist, it's been documented that bears often follow wolf packs with the foresight that the wolves will lead them to a food source. Buddy, you're really sneaky. In general, grizzlies usurp carcasses from wolves by using their large size to intimidate. Have you ever thought about stop bullying the wolves? Anyway, let's not be mad at the poor grizzly. Eventually, it's slower than the wolves, and just letting them to find food for it. Now there is evidence that this interaction between wolves and grizzlies is associated with a little-known phenomenon that may change the way we think about grizzly bears in hibernation. Some grizzly bears in Glacier National Park in northwest Montana are forgoing the traditional form of winter survival for a more active alternative. James C. Halfpenny states in his book Yellowstone Wolves in the Wild that it appears that some grizzlies may avoid hibernation by feeding on carcasses provided by the increasing wolf population. Predator-prey interactions are complex, and this curious phenomenon adds one more piece to the puzzle of how species interact and affect one another.